Okay, so for this first video, we're going to be changing 57 into a binary number. The first step for changing a decimal number into binary, our first step is going to be a quick overview of looking at the powers of 2. So if we remember, 2 to the 0 is 1, this is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. I recommend writing these down on the side of your paper whenever you have a test or homework. Or just generally memorizing them or knowing them really fast off the bat. That's going to help you for any time you work with binary. Now for 57, our rule is we're going to try and find the highest number without going over. So if we start at our highest number here, that's 64. 64 is bigger than 57, which means that it's going over. So we're not going to use 2 to the 6th. So our range is smaller. So now we're going to look at 32. Is 32 less than 57? Yes, and that's currently our highest number. So that means we're going to use 32. Now, if we're using 32, that means that we're going to do 57 minus 32. So that's going to get us 25. Okay, so 57 was the first number that we were looking at following this rule. Now that we've done our subtraction, now 25 is our new number that we're going to be looking at. And so now we want to find the highest number without going over the number 25. So we're going to go down and we find 16. That's our next option. 16 is our biggest option and it does not go over 25. So we're going to use 16, subtract 16. That's 9. So now 9 is our new number. Repeat the process. We find 8. 8 doesn't go over 9, so we'll use 8. Now we have 1. Okay, so our highest option is 4. 4 is over 1, so we're not going to use 4. Our next highest option is 2. 2 is over 1, so we're not going to use 2. And then our last option is 1, and 1 equals 1, so we'll use that. So now that we have all of these numbers, which is, we want to get 0. Now that we have all of these numbers, we can now change this into binary. So if we remember with binary, we start writing on the right-hand side, and you can see how many bits we're going to do. So we're going all the way up to 2 to the 5th, which is going to be 5 bits. So you can start with your placement. So the 0 position, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? That's 2 to the 5th. And in total, that's 6 bits, right? Because you've got 3 and 3 here. So now that you have your placements, it's really easy. You're just going to go through, and anywhere you see a check mark, you're going to put a 1, and anywhere you see an X, you're going to put a 0. So 2 to the 0, do we use that? Yes, we do. Remember here, we subtracted 1. So that's going to be a 1. We don't use 2 to the 1st or 2 to the 2nd, right? Those are 2 X's. So those are going to be zeros. 2 to the 3rd, which is 8, we use 2 to the 4th, which is 16, and we use 2 to the 5th, which is 32. And that's, again, that's where we use them here, 8, 16, and 32. That's going to be 1, 1, 1. So our binary number is going to be 111001, and that equals 57 as a decimal. That's all. Thanks.